Well, so the first kind of the day of mock game week, what do you think out there today?
I thought we had some good moments. I didn't think we started off very fast. One-on-one pass rush was kind of disappointment, but as we went through the team periods, did some good stuff. Obviously, it's good to have 22 and 28 back. Those guys had some fresh legs and did some good stuff in the run game. So, but thought it was a solid day of work.
You wanted to kind of have the positions locked up by this past weekend. Do you feel like you have a better understanding of where everyone is?
I think we're really close. I think obviously we got to go in there and watch some tape and have some discussions, and I think we're really close to kind of making decisions on where we're at right now.
In terms of goals kind of set coming into camp, anything that you kind of crossed off, checked off?
Yeah, I mean, obviously to try to establish who our 5 or our 7 or 8, who we're going to play with kind of during the season. Obviously get it too deep in there, but we established competition. I think we've built some depth. You saw a bunch of the young kids get in there. I mean, we got Max has gotten a ton of reps with the 2s, and then Mason Murphy's got a ton of reps with the 2s. So I think we've kind of figured out who kind of our top 7, top 8 are. I think we've kind of figured out a 2 deep, and we've established competition throughout camp. Where we've had to play at a really high level or you're going to lose your job type situation. Obviously get a chance to go against a really good D-line every day, so I think we've gotten better against a really good opponent as well. So I think camp so far has been pretty successful and relatively stayed healthy, most of camp. So
what's been your assessment of how Jonah's progressed through this camp?
Really good. Like I said, you kind of keep reminding yourself he's just a freshman, but I think he's done a really good job in there. Like I said, he's been extremely consistent. I think you know exactly what you're going to get with him out there. I think he's one of the better guys we have in the run game right now. It's probably, you could argue, maybe the smartest kid we have on that O-line too. I mean, it's pretty sharp what he knows, kind of his football IQ. So I think he's done a great job.
On top of the decision, you have a redshirt senior like Jalen, and you have Jalen really showing a lot.
It's extremely tough. I mean, all those kids have competed hard, and they've came up every day. They've competed. They've done everything they asked. They've worked hard, and it's one of those things. It's a good problem, but it is a problem. You've got to make a decision, and it's not easy. And so, again, like I said, you're hoping it'd be easy, but on one hand, you're kind of glad it's not.
When you talk about Jonah's football IQ, how does he distinguish himself?
You just can't. I mean, it's one of those things on the field. He's very headsy. I mean, he gets the calls. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's able to see what the defense is doing and get a picture of how his opponent's going to play, And then you get in the film room and you ask him questions, and it's a pretty different level as far as, most kids you coach that, especially at the age he's at. His ability to answer some questions some ways, and so it's just like I said, it's pretty impressive to me.
What do you see from Max Gibbs over the past 2 weeks?
Max, he's a sharp kid. Like he obviously he's done a really good job getting in shape. Obviously we got a long ways to go still to getting where we need to be, but when he gets his hands on you, he's incredibly strong. It's one of those things too. Everybody talks about how big he is, but he's long. He's 6'6", 6'7". Really strong, got a heck of a punch. He just needs reps. He needs to keep playing. He's one of those kids that the more he gets, the more he plays, the better he's going to get, and the better shape we get him in, the more we can get him into our strength and conditioning program. Just the sky's the limit for him. I think he's an incredible talent. And like I said, if he puts some work in, he could be a really, really good player.
Since you've been here, where has Cortland's game progressed the most?
He's another kid that's really put in the work. I mean, day one since I've been here, he's been an extremely hard worker, always focused on what he's doing. I think he's gotten better and better and better. It's one of those things where we kind of flip-flopped him a little bit. I think he struggled a little bit more than Jonah as far as flipping sides. But when he's able to hone in on the left side where he feels more comfortable, he's really had a good, solid kind of week and a half of practice. And I think he's done some really good things as well.
You're going against the same guys every single day. How can you really gauge where your unit's at?
Well, I mean, it's like I said, we're getting to play against them. We're going against that one unit, and it's pass rush drill, and they know it's pass. I mean, we got to dang near be perfect in all of our fundamentals, and then we still got to have great effort because it's just that hard to block those guys. So it's great work for us. Like I said, I mean, I think if we can go out there and compete against those guys, it's a great opportunity, and it's a great kind of ruler kind of point for us to kind of gauge where we're at a little bit. So I think we've done some good things. I definitely think we got room to get better too, though.
How do you think the communication's been progressed throughout camp?
It's been really good. Yeah, I mean, when the disappointing thing, there was probably last practice and maybe nothing today, but maybe the last 2 practices we had some guys make some communication busts, which we hadn't had. It's been really good. I think they're on the same page, and so when we had it the last 2 days, you're kind of disappointed that kind of didn't think we should have those things. Kind of past that at this point.
Does it go through the Neon? Does it go through the center, or is it all the guys have
It goes through the
responsibility?
center.
Okay.
It goes through the center, and then if we can make one call and go, that's what we want. Now, occasionally there's going to be some times where we have to alert something or make something based on what we're doing, but typically in a perfect world, if we can make one call and go, we're good.
Does that put more pressure, like on a guy like Brett Nealon, to make sure that everyone's on the right page? Or?
Yeah, I mean, if he, and that's the thing is, if he's right, we're going to be in really good positions. If he's wrong, it could hurt us at times. So obviously we got to make sure we're preparing it throughout the week. Obviously he's a great kid that comes and puts in the time as well, really sharp as well. So it's easy when you have a kid like that, but it's one of those things. Like I said, if he's right, then it gives us a really good chance.
What's the biggest thing you've asked him to do differently than other than before?
I think, I couldn't tell. I don't know. I mean, I know we just kind of focusing on what we did and kind of what's always the way we've done things.
What was the biggest adjustment then to what you were asking them?
I think we kind of made some stuff easier for them. I think the ability to maybe call one thing and everybody know what they're doing, as opposed to having a call for every little thing throughout the play, I think maybe is to let them, kind of one, be on the same page better, two, maybe play a little bit faster.